ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's for certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's fast tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight and lose your mind. Squad, I'm it. 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 Squad.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Pats are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Chargers, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the defending Super Bowl champs introduced to this fired-up crowd here in Foxborough as the Patriots get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Faced for their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again, Rivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
First carry here for Shane Vereen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And the play clock's running down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. There's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Now they'll throw with Brady. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a 1 yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Chargers coming hard, and they block it. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Slot man moves right. On first down, Brady. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And getting this just shy of midfield, he'll spot it at the 49. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Gillisley. A little juke. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Edelman, the motion man right. Now Brady on the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Brady to throw on second down. And this is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
3 down, these two. 220.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. From the gun on third down, Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
They'll try to run it with Vereen. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Shane Vereen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip now.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Caught by Gates, left side. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. Now Brady throwing on second down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis, as the first half is winding down. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
So why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. To throw is Brady. He'll get it outside to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Brady to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers. Pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. Or maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Now a carry for White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Finding room to the 20. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Red zone opportunity. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Brady. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
New England on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Gillisley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing, Rivers. Gates has it over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable, you're right, just one of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns. His throw incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rivers again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On play action, now Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To throw, it's Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Brady, flush to his right. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, and you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Throwing now is Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Denzel Perryman coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To throw on second down. Brady. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A second down throw for Rivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Edelman set to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
All right, partner, we just saw the second interception of the game against Tom Brady. I'm going to see my eye doctor because I did not really see that, did I?
Well, nobody sees it often. Last year, he threw 2 interceptions all season. Did not throw 2 in a game, so certainly a rarity. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On second down, Rivers again. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to the air on second down. Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline. But do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Brady. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On line, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Going underneath for Gordon. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Back to throw. And that will be caught. It's Inman for the Charger touchdown. Dontrell Inman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Vereen. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The slot man in motion right. Now Brady. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a desperate, that's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And now a 1st down following that long gain. To throw is Brady. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And hello, he's going to be knocked backwards, as he'll be marked down right at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that's going to tie things at 20. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Now Gordon on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Rivers now from the 50. And there's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And the D-line pushing together, must be expecting to run. Rivers now for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Rivers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This is White on the screen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, that turned out to be the perfect time to dial the screen. The Red Sea parted.
Did it ever, and you just wonder, did fatigue play a part in this? Because we're in overtime. And all I mean by that is sometimes with fatigue, you slow down mentally. You don't read your keys. You don't see the play develop. And, boy, it popped big for him, didn't it?
It did indeed.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go.
On second down, here's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 36 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.